We are back outside. We've fired up the grill and we are going to have some fun, but we're not cooking up red meat today. We're cooking up a little bit of seafood, and we're doing it with Matt Lemberg from the Northampton Fire Department.
Good to see you.
Figure might as well get a guy who knows how to handle the heat today, right? So
Absolutely.
We're doing some swordfish first. It's not your traditional Memorial Day food, and the marinade for this is pretty impressive. Tell us how you did it.
Well, it's pretty simple. The guys at the firehouse, you know, every now and then we want to splurge. We do a little bit of swordfish. My wife had come up with this recipe a couple years back. So basically it's real simple. Take a little bit of fresh dill, chop it up, put a rough chop on it, throw it in a bag with about 2 cups of lime juice. Put the swordfish in there for no more than an hour. That lime juice can cook the fish in a ceviche style. You don't want to do that. So you want to just make sure that it's in there for less than an hour. Let it rotate, marinate it a little bit, and then throw it on the grill. So, I mean, we could do that right now.
Absolutely. Now, you're saying the guys love this at the firehouse. What's an average shift like? Take us through how you guys get to the meal and how you can kind of manage to do it all.
We come in the morning, we make sure we check all our equipment first and foremost. Obviously, got to make sure that that's done. And then we start to decide what we're going to do for the day. We got a couple different chefs on our group, so we never really fight over it. There's always someone to cook for us. So,
you know what's funny? It seems like a lot of people who work in the fire department, you're really good cooks too.
Well, that's just by necessity. We got to eat while we're there. So we work 24-hour shifts, and then we do our training and our inspections during the day.
Do you nap during the shift, or you up the whole time?
Not at all. We're up most of the time.
Coffee?
A lot of coffee. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee. And
good food.
And good food. We always have good food. So when you're cooking this, you want to leave about 6-7 minutes aside. I like it a little bit more well done. So flip it about 6 minutes, and when it's done, it cooks just like a steak, just like a cut of steak, and keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn.
When you're cooking a burger, you know, like when it starts to bleed a little bit on the top, that's when you flip it. Are there any signs when you should flip?
Not really. With the protein, a lot of times it'll release. So if you keep taking your spatula and just checking the edges, it picks right up. There's no issue with it. That means it's ready to flip. So
I understand. So when you can just slide that spatula right underneath, you're good to go.
Absolutely, and it's quick. Like I said, 6 minutes aside. That's good for us because we don't have a lot of time to prepare all this stuff.
Well, I remember once we were at the West Springfield Fire Department and we made a great meal. It was tacos. Everyone was really excited to dig in. Right when everyone was serving themselves, fire alarm rings. They all have to go.
Absolutely. What tends to happen is the more expensive the meal, the quicker we're going to get a call before we get to eat it. So that's just kind of an unwritten rule.
Yeah, you know, you win some, you lose some, but you're always helping the community, and for that we thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Now we have some great potato salad that we're going to be making today too.
Yep.
Seems like a quick dish, but it's something that, you know, it's a staple of any good old-fashioned barbecue.
Absolutely. We kind of came up with a new way. This was shown to me by a couple guys at the firehouse a couple years ago. Instead of taking the time to make all the to boil the potatoes and peel them, a couple cans of whole potatoes. It's real quick. The taste is just as good.
Is it really?
I wouldn't tell my wife or my mom that, but they do all the.
But you can just hide it. They won't know.
Yeah, you hide it, but it's a good sheet. It's quick. We can make this. They are, but we can.
Oh no.
We can make this in about 5 minutes, and then it sets up in wherever it takes. So basically, 2 cans of white potatoes, a couple stalks of celery. You can throw that right in there for me, bro.
Now, when you get the white potatoes, they're already cooked and good to go?
They're already cooked. You just got to dice them up. We got 1 small onion.
Could you use the pink onion, the Vidalia onion?
You could if you want a little kick to it, if you want a little difference. I know a couple guys use cucumber. I don't prefer cucumber in it, so they do what they want. And then 4 hard-boiled eggs we could throw right in there.
Hard-boiled eggs. I've never done that.
Chopped up.
You gotta say, my grandmother, she makes an excellent potato salad. All she uses are green peppers, onions, a little bit of salt and pepper.
I've seen the green pepper. Again, that's not something that I'm more of a traditionalist with the celery and the onion, so we'll mix this all up.
I don't blame you.
Get this, add a little salt and pepper over there.
Do that. Here you go.
Beautiful.
I go a little heavy, so normally
That's fine. No.
I have the wife put the salt and pepper on, because if it was just me, I would put pepper on my pepper.
More taste, absolutely. And then the key that they told me that I never saw, is a little bit of yellow mustard. Gives it just a little bit of kick, a little bit of taste to it. So there's no measurement. I don't measure anything. A couple times around a bowl.
If you don't mind my asking, what got you to be a firefighter? What kind of made you fall in love with it?
I grew up in the fire service. My grandfather was a firefighter in Pittsfield for 33 years. My uncle was on a volunteer fire department in Berkshire County. And, you know, I remember as early as being 3-4 years old, just mom taking me by the firehouse and going to see the trucks, and kind of got into the whole thing and loved it ever since.
For me, I have so much respect for servicemen and women and for police officers and for firefighters, because it's something that I wish I could do, but I just couldn't. So that's why I'm so envious of you. You do an incredible job.
Well, thank you. And so just to finish this up now, we just add a little bit of mayonnaise to bring it up, because I know a lot of people see a yellow potato salad and be like, what are you doing? So you got to add a little mayonnaise for color.
You're fooling people left and right today with the potatoes and the mustard. You're right, though. You can't snow potato salad without some mayonnaise.
No, absolutely. Got to add a little bit of mayonnaise, and that's what really seals it together. You usually put this in the refrigerator for about an hour, just to let it cool up, let the flavor flavors come together. But you got a ready potato salad. It took us 5 minutes to make.
And so you don't want that mayonnaise to stay out all
Absolutely
afternoon.
not. You don't want to. That's not a good thing to have at your picnic. Otherwise, you might need to be calling our ambulance to come say hi. So.
It's true, yeah. And we'll see you again, but it won't be for a good reason.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much
Thanks,
for stopping by, but we are not done yet. We've got asparagus coming up. We've got more potato salad, and we've got our swordfish.